Hi, it's Mark Coleman from Paul's Photo, the lab at Paul's Photo and the Creative Photo Academy. Happy Sunday, everybody. And are you ready to be creative? So I rode my bike this afternoon. We are here at this amazing spot this morning, early in the morning, and it was great. And I knew this afternoon it would be an awesome picture. So I packed up my tripod, my Think Tank Streetwalker Pro, and put it on my bike and rode up here because it's really the easiest way to get here is on my bike. But what I love about this view is you can see the whole Santa Monica Bay. Malibu, Santa Monica, Pacific Palisades, Wilshire, all the way across the new Rams football stadium, downtown LA, Redondo Beach, Torrance Beach, Manhattan Beach, Hermosa Beach in the foreground. It's beautiful. So what have I done? I've got my Nikon Z7 II with the 24-70 lens. I'm set at about 35 millimeters, so a slight wide angle lens. And I've got a wide scene. Now, because we don't have a lot of action in the sky, I'm going to crop this down to a panoramic image, to a long, skinny image. So if I take a picture, I'm going to focus right out here in the sunshine. I'm ISO 200 f8 at about a 500th of a second, and it's going to be a good picture. But I want to show you a secret weapon. That's right, a secret weapon. Well, if I show you, it won't be secret, but you know how it goes. I always want to share with you guys. So I always carry with me my filters, and probably my most popular filter for landscape photography is a polarizing filter. So I've got a ProMaster HGX circular polarizing filter here, and this works just like polarized sunglasses. So I'm going to check to see if it works. I'm going to hold it in front of my eye and twist. Oh yeah, you can see that it's cutting the haze, making the sky bluer and the clouds whiter. So exactly what I want. So what am I going to do? I'm going to put the polarizing filter right here on the lens. I've got the lens shade in my hand. That's going to go back on here in a second. Now I'm going to peek through and set the camera, lock it down, and now I'm going to adjust the polarizing filter until the clouds get as dark as possible. Right there. Awesome. I've got that sailboat in the lower left-hand corner of the scene. You know, that power boat chugging into the scene, the waves, everything. Boom. Beautiful. Awesome. It's a perfect picture. So where am I? I'm about 30 minutes before sunset. So people ask, Mark, why aren't you there at sunset? Because at sunset, half the foreground is going to be black and it won't have any detail in it. Yeah, the colors may get a little bit richer, but you know what? Through the computer in Photoshop, I can add a little bit of color saturation. That's not cheating, to just pump up the saturation. And I think you're going to like this picture. It's a beautiful image. It's a worthwhile image. The one thing that I'm missing is, as it gets a little bit closer to sunset, you'll see that building out there getting the reflection off of the sun. The buildings in downtown LA will get that glistening off of them as we get right next to sunset. It's a little bit of a risk because the foreground's going to go dark. I like it like this. I think this is a great image. I think it's a great shot and a great scene. So what am I going to do? I'm going to shoot it again. Now, people ask me, Mark, how come f8? Because we're at a viewpoint, we don't need a narrow aperture like 11 or 16 or 22 because everything is at distance. Everything is at infinity. If I was shooting with flowers in the foreground or a river in the foreground that I wanted in focus, then you need the narrower aperture. You need the wider depth of field. If you don't understand what we talked about, come to boot camp. We talk about that in lesson number 5. We talk about the exposure and the light metering, how I got the light metering right in lesson number 3, and how the light's going to change and the color of the light all in lesson number 4. But we're just being creative and having fun tonight. We're out with our camera, we're making pictures, we're enjoying life, and it's a beautiful scene. Yeah, nice. Check the polarizing filter to make sure it looks good. Right there, perfect. Awesome. Lens shade on. Bam. What a picture. I can't wait to share it with you. I can't wait to see what you share with us. Remember to use the hashtags Paul's Photo, hashtag Creative Photo Academy, and hashtag We're All Together. Because together we can survive and thrive and have an amazing life and be creative and make great pictures together. Mark Coleman from Paul's Photo, the Creative Photo Academy, in the lab at Paul's Photo, wishing you happy Sunday and great creativity.